Good morning, grade 5. Today I will discuss to you English Quarter 1, Module 4, Lesson 1, Composing Inverted Sentences with Correct Subject and Verb Agreement. You have learned in the previous lesson that correct agreement between a subject and a verb requires that the two must be of the same number. This means that if the subject is singular, then the verb must also be singular. If the subject is plural, then the verb must also be plural. Take this example. Alex likes watching cartoons on weekend. What is the subject? What is the number of the subject? The subject is Alex, which is a singular noun. Therefore, it takes a singular verb likes. The subject and the verb agree in number since they are both singular. Take also this second example. Alex and Marian study their lessons on weekdays. What is the subject of the sentence? The subject of the sentence is Alex and Marian. Consists of more than one person, so they are plural. Since they are plural, we also need a plural verb which is study. This type of sentences are simple because you can easily identify the subject and the verb, including their number, whether singular or plural. However, if the sentence is written in another way, just like the one below, it might not easy to identify the subject and the verb, and consequently, whether they are singular or plural. Consider this. Inside the cave is our prehistoric drawing showing horses and other animals. What is the subject of sentence number 3? Is it the cave or the prehistoric drawing? What about its verb? Can you tell if the subject is singular or plural? What is the correct verb that will match the subject? Let's get hang of it by doing the next activity. Direction. Read each sentence carefully. Write S if the underlined word is the subject of the inverted sentence, and write V if it is a verb. Write your answer in your notebook. Okay, kids, listen carefully. A verb must agree with its subject in number and in person. A subject in singular form must have a singular verb, and the subject in the plural form must have a plural verb. However, in other sentences, the subject and verb are reversed or inverted, in which case the verb comes before the subject. The results, inverted sentences, can cause confusion in subject-verb agreement. Take notice of the following sentences. Which of the two inverted sentences is correct? Notice that the sentences both begin with the prepositional phrase inside the aquarium. In both sentences, the phrase is immediately followed by the verb and the subject comes last. When the subject has a verb that appears before its subject, it is called an inverted sentence. Because an inverted sentence is not usual way what most people use in writing or speaking, locating the subject and the verb of the sentence can be difficult. The technique to find the correct subject and verb agreement in an inverted sentence is by rephrasing it in the normal way. The normal order is to write a sentence where the subject is written before the verb. You can do this by asking what is really being talked about in the sentence, which leads you to the subject. Once the subject is spotted, it's now easier to find the verb and check it if it agrees with the subject. To illustrate what this means, observe the following. Using this technique also, you will be able to figure out which of the two sentences has the correct subject and verb agreement. In inverted sentences, the subject must always be found after the verb. The sentence may begin with the word here and there, or with a prepositional phrase such as at the back, in the corner, beside the store, and many others. Kids, always remember, in an inverted order, the verb comes first before the subject. The nouns that serve as subject may either be singular or plural in form. Remember to keep in mind that when the subject is singular, it must take a singular verb, and when the subject is plural, it must take a plural verb.